Lady, is it on?
Yeah, switch on the bottom.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the League of Women Voters sponsored Primary Candidates Night for Morristown Council. The League of Women Voters is a grassroots, nonpartisan, political organization that encourages an informed and active participation of citizens in government. We work to increase an understanding of major public policy issues through education and public information panels, such as the one you're about to witness tonight, and also influence public policy through our advocacy. The goal of the League of Women Voters is to empower citizens to shape better communities worldwide. Tonight, our moderator for this candidates forum will be Sorge. She's the state director of our League of Women Voters, and she's also from the Sunset Hills League of Women Voters. Kathy will explain the format for the evening and tell you about how you can get your questions asked.
Good evening. This evening we're going to have a kind of a round robin where you can come up with questions and write them on a piece of paper and hand them into a league member who will collect them from you and give them to me. I will do my best to keep the questions going so that different questions are being asked all the time, not the same one repeatedly. We have chosen numbers, and so you can see that the candidates are in order 1 through 6, although they do have names, which we will use as the evening goes on. So the first person who will answer the first question will be Michael Elms, but then on the second question, the first answering person will become the second Mr. Alexander, and etc. So that we don't have the same person answering the question first every single time. Okay? They will have 2 minutes for their opening statements, 1 minute for each of your questions, but each of your questions, all 6 candidates can take 1 minute each. And then if anyone has a rebuttal, they can have a 30-second rebuttal. This will keep the evening flowing, but when you have 6 candidates, we have to be very concerned with time because it can go along really fast just trying to get them all a chance to speak. Other than that, the candidates themselves don't have any further questions. I think we'll get started with the evening. Okay? And so, Mr. Elms, would you please be the first one to give us your opening statement?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Elms, and myself, as with all these other fine Morristown residents up here, are running for Morristown Town Council at large. Before getting started, I want to thank the League of Women's Voters for hosting the event tonight. This is actually probably the 3rd or 4th event that I have attended, sponsored by the LWV, but this is the first time sitting on this side of the equation, so it's interesting to be here. And I'm honored to be running with Tim Doherty and his slate of candidates. It's a great team that has served Morristown very, very well for the last 3.5 years. I also like to thank my wife Priscilla, who's here tonight. She has supported me throughout this campaign, and she's supported me throughout this contest and encouraging me to take my passion for the well-being of Morristown to the next level. I was not born and raised in Morristown. I've lived here for about 10 years. But I can tell you that 10 years has been more than enough time for me to fall in love with Morristown. I care very deeply about the future of our town and the future of Morristown residents and their quality of life. I'm raising 3 children in town. I'm a realtor. I get quality of life issues all the time. We talk about affordable housing in town, smart growth and smart development, making wise choices moving forward, and spending the budget that's allocated to Morristown wisely and allocating our resources in a prudent manner. I look forward to any questions you present tonight, and I wish good luck to all of my fellow candidates. Thank you.
Mr. Alexander?
Yes, good evening. First, I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for having me here this evening. I too share in the pleasure of being at this very well-known and respected event. My first involvement with the League of Women Voters was when I was 8 years old. I was recruited by a surrogate mother by the name of Marion C. Rowe and a Mrs. Oley to hand out flyers pertaining to adoptive children's medical rights here in Morristown. I'm a lifelong Morristown resident. I was born and raised here, educated through the Morristown school system. I have been a 30-plus year employee of the town of Morristown and in government. I too am concerned and very passionate about the issues regarding people's quality of life. I've spent most of my life working in, around, and with others in trying to improve exactly that issue. I take all of what we're doing here this evening extremely seriously, and I believe that the other candidates that are sitting here with me do as well. I certainly am pleased and happy to see that you all took it as seriously as we do to come out this evening and hear what it is we have to say. I look forward to any questions you might have of me, and I look forward to enjoying going forward.
Thank you. Ms. Harris?
Good evening, members of the Morristown community and visiting friends. I would like to first thank the League of Women Voters for hosting this forum tonight. This is one of many dialogues I hope to continue with Morristown residents and politicians over the next 4 years. Almost 16 years ago, the Morristown voters first gave me their trust by voting me as at-large council. Since that time, I have endeavored to be a true representative of Morristown community. I have followed an often independent-minded path that has led me to consider each and every resolution before me with the facts I believe necessary to make an informed and responsible decision. I have been honest in my approach and open to the residents I serve. Since the beginning of my tenure on the council, I have been involved in looking for ways to bring our diverse community together by addressing issues with a hands-on integrated approach which involves reaching across the council in different neighborhoods. Within the 16 years, I have seen aggressive movement from the cleanup of Center and Cole Avenue, where I had the opportunity to speak to Christine Whitman at a 4-H fair to begin the process. This was truly one of my major accomplishments, along with the concerned citizens of the Second Ward. From there, administrations, councils, town committees have moved forward with, for example, the creation of the redevelopment agency to sell the Dell Mansion in George Washington School, building of Transit Village, First Mars Bank, First Union Bank, townhomes on Maple and Community Place, and to begin the phase of the Speedwell Avenue redevelopment project, signed agreements with developers to purchase properties and redevelop them with the input from the community in open forums, observed master plan revisions with community workshops, sanctioned grant writing proposals which brought $2.4 million into Morristown and still more to come. There's been great progress, and along with that, continuous decreases in property taxes. There are just a few of so many outstanding endeavors within our communities. Open government and moving forward is my overriding philosophy and of my team. Governmental decisions are a process among residents, business owners, and elected officials. We need to continue that progress. Vote June 4th. My motto is to lead and to put you, the people, before politics, and my team.
Thank you. Mr. Fuller?
Also, I'd like to say good evening to everyone for coming out this evening. I'd also like to thank the League of Women Voters for having this occasion. My name is Michael J. Pooler. I am married to the lovely Jamie Pooler, who just came in the back here. I have 3 children. Ben Pooler, graduate University of Maryland. Noel Pooler will be attending University of Richmond. No, I'm sorry, VCU. I almost messed you up there. And I have 1 left. They're all products of the Morris School District. I'm a graduate of Frostburg State University. I'm also a graduate of County College of Morris, where I was honored with the award I started right because I give back to the community. I also am very proud of the best degree I have, and that's my BA, Born Again. I'll never forget that one at all. I'm a proud member of Calvary Baptist Church. I know that counts part of my time. I'm a proud member of Calvary Baptist Church, I've been a member there for over 20 years. I'm currently a Sunday school teacher, and today I want to give a shout out to my youth workers who are here today, and I'm going to go into more detail about what they do for me later on this evening. I also am a board member for the Hope Chest Scholarship Foundation. We are about $750,000 of giving out in scholarships to young people, and we're getting closer and closer every year to the $1 billion mark. I'm also a licensed basketball official. I'm currently a member of the planning board, ex-planning board chairman, so I know a lot about development, which we'll talk about later on this evening. I also would like to end with this motto. I believe no matter what the situation, meaningful dialogue leads to cooperative solutions. As I walked through neighborhoods and had a chance to talk to people, I truly understand the importance of dialogue. We did that on the planning board. We'll continue to do that because you, the residents, need to be heard. Not what we come up with, but what you decide is the best for Morristown. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Williamson?
I first want to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting the debate tonight. I thank all of you for coming out tonight also. As a fourth-generation resident of Morristown and a mother of 2 beautiful children, I plan to bring a fresh voice to the government of Morristown. My name is Jessica Williamson, and I'd like to introduce myself as an at-large candidate in the 2013 primary election for Town Council. Currently, I serve on the Morristown Environmental Committee and the Morristown Democratic Committee representing 4-1. I'm a co-founder of Young Morristown, an organization encouraging and assisting residents to get out, get involved, and give back. Our most recent event was a live local music benefit, Hope for Carrie. Carrie O'Connor is a local woman in need of a pancreas transplant. We were able to raise over $1,500 for her. I'm a graduate of Morristown High. I have a bachelor's degree in English and plan to begin my master's study in public administration this fall. You are all here tonight to hear why you should vote for me as the at-large candidate, and I'm going to tell you why. I will work my hardest to listen and hear all the residents of Morristown. I will develop an open and trusting relationship with all members of the community. I will represent the people of Morristown and not the special interest groups. I will work to provide the community with a truly open and inclusive governing body, because that's what they deserve. For our town to maintain the growth and development, there needs to be balance. The quality of life for everyone needs to be considered. I'm tired of seeing some people get everything and others get nothing. I will not be a puppet, I will not be a yes person, and in my opinion, will not be ignored. Good government is a council that can disagree, but can come to an agreement for the better of the entire community. I am here to represent and work my hardest for all the people of Morristown.
Ms. Foster? Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming out to support this event. I'd like to give honor to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who is the head of my life, and I'd also like to thank the League of Women Voters for hosting tonight's debate. Since I've joined the Town Council after the untimely death of Morristown icon Anthony Catano Jr., if I could ask if we just have a moment of silence in his honor. Thank you. I have felt honored to have worked with so many hardworking, dedicated people who care so much about the well-being of Morristown. As a lifelong resident of Morristown, I have witnessed the growth and progress that has occurred over the last 15 years, and I feel fortunate to now be a part of its continued success. As a councilwoman, I have worked with the administration to maintain a zero tax increase the past 4 years and to approve workable, balanced budgets. I appreciate how expensive it is to raise a family and make a living in this town. I have worked to continue Morristown's effort to ensure smart growth developments, increase affordable housing, review and amend the master plan to see that issues such as pedestrian safety and mobility, properly scale development, and community amenities are addressed. In all, I have worked hard to ensure the quality of life issues are first and foremost as we plan Morristown's future. I believe it is important for government to listen and for elected officials to make tough decisions without politics and persuasions, but because of conviction. Every decision I've made and will continue to make is the result of me believing that what I am doing is for the betterment of the town of Morristown and its community.
As a working mother and founder of Our Youth, Their Future, I see firsthand the sacrifices individuals make to improve the quality of life, not only for them, but for their families and children. I believe it is important for each of us in government to do our part. Thank you.